I miss you tonight.
Hey guys, it's Taylor, and today I wanted to do a full face makeup using all drugstore products and affordable brushes. This is going to be a really simple, like, natural look for girls that are in high school or middle school or just don't want to do like a bright pink lip. Like, some people do that, good for you, but during middle school I had no idea how to do my makeup. I wore a black eyeliner all over my eye. I had a big foundation line, and it was the most embarrassing thing ever. And senior year was when I really started getting into makeup, but before then, I would just do kind of the bare minimum so I didn't look like a zombie all day. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get started. For the face, the first thing we're going to do is apply this baby skin primer. You want to apply it evenly all over your face. What this is going to do is pretty much it fills in your pores so that you have an even canvas for your foundation. For drugstore foundations, I think that there are a lot of good drugstore foundations. That's where I buy all my foundations. I have the infallible one. If you have like problematic skin and you have like a bunch of acne or anything like that, I would probably go with this. I believe it's like $11.99. It's really not that expensive, and it has very full coverage. So a thin layer of that, and that's all you need. What I chose to use today is the True Match Lumi, because I have dry skin. They have an original True Match if you have oily skin. And this is, it says True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup. It has sunscreen in it, and I am in the shade, I want to say W4 Natural Beige. This is a little bit dark for my skin right now, but that's okay. This is just going to give you like a healthy glow so that you don't look so like tired, because I woke up at like 6 o'clock when I had to go to school. That's why I woke up like 10 minutes before I had to be there. Alright, so I'm just going to put that on my fingers. And I'm just going to buff it in with my hands in circular motions. The reason I'm using my hands is because it really like warms up your foundation, and your hands are your best tool. It's going to give you the most even coverage. It's going to give you a very natural finish. Sometimes if you use like a foundation brush, you can really pack it on more than you think. Especially with synthetic brushes, that's what I recommend for foundation, because it doesn't steal your foundation like a natural hairbrush would. But sometimes it can look a bit cakey. Alright, so as you can see, it has pretty nice coverage. It doesn't make my skin look too crazy. It just kind of looks like with our concealer. I got the Maybelline Fit Me in Fair. I really love this concealer. It's supposed to be like a dupe for the NARS Radiant Concealer, and I can't open it. And I lost mine, so I went and got another one today. I'm just going to apply this in under my eye in kind of like a triangular motion. I'm applying a very sheer layer. And then you can also apply it anywhere that you have like a pimple or a breakout, any place like that. Alright. I'm going to take this Real Techniques contour brush, but I just use it to set my under eye concealer. It's really easy to, just makes it so simple to blend out and pick up any like extra concealer that you might have overdone. The Beauty Blender is also really good for this. I know Real Techniques has one that's like extremely similar, if not like the exact same thing. And the Beauty Blender is meant to like get wet and it expands. And the Real Techniques, you don't even have to like run it underwater or anything. And I'm just going to buff out any concealer that I put over here and up here on my forehead. Alright. And I also forgot to apply a little bit of concealer on my eyelids. just to act as a primer for the eyeshadow that we're going to put on. We're not doing much, just a very simple look. And I'm just going to buff that with my finger as well. This is just going to cancel out any like veins or redness that you might have. A lot of places that people forget to really put concealer is like this area right here where you can kind of cast a shadow. So I just like to put it on my finger and just make sure I really get on the inner corner of my eye. Because no one really thinks to put like foundation there. Alright. You always want to set your under eye concealer with a powder so that it prevents creasing throughout the day, especially if you're in school and you don't have time to run to the bathroom and fix up your makeup. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in W1 Porcelain. You want to choose a powder that's just a little bit lighter than your skin tone that matches your concealer, because you don't want to be putting a thick layer of like dark powder on your face. And I'm just going to set what I did to my eyes. Alright. Now we're going to move on to the rest of the face. I just got this today. It's from e.l.f. I went to Target just for e.l.f. because e.l.f. is great. It stands for Eyes, Lips, Face, and this is a contouring blush and bronzer powder, but to me, let me take the thing off. It looks just like the NARS, like, Laguna and Orgasm, like, powder set thing they have. And for $3, this is great packaging, a good amount of product, and hopefully it works well. Okay, so for contour today, I'm just going to go ahead and take this in the e.l.f. Blush and Contour Palette. It doesn't have a name. It was probably on the packaging, but I threw it away. And this is just an e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. And I'm just going to apply a small amount to my cheekbones. This is not like a necessity. You don't have to do this. I'm just so fair that I like to kind of have like a little bit of a chiseled look and a little bit of warmth to my skin. And as you can see, that really is not that intense. It just casts a light shadow. So you just want to make sure you really buff that out. And these studio line brushes are only $3 and they're awesome. Kathleen Lights has a whole review on them, and they're freaking awesome. I think it's her like affordable brushes video or something like that. So we're just gonna blend that in a little bit better. This is by Real Techniques buffing brush. Now that I applied a little bit of contour to my cheeks just to give a shadow, I'm going to go ahead and go in with some bronzer. And I'm going to be using the shade 021 Sunlight Bronzer. And I don't know, this is by Rimmel. It kind of like got scratched off because this has been around for a while in this house. And I'm just going to use that same buffing brush just to get into my forehead area. You want to use a smaller brush for this part because you really want to blend it up into the hairline. You don't want to have like a foundation line up there, just like you don't want to have one right here, like throw it back to me in 8th. And I'm just blending it all the way into my hairline, down the side to the forehead, my temples, kind of meeting my eyebrow. I think I have a big forehead, so that's why I like to apply like a darker color up there to make it look smaller. Anything that you put dark is going to make your face look slimmer and smaller. Anything that you put highlight on or brightener is going to draw attention to that area and make it look bigger and brighter and more awake. And I think I'm going to use this Eco Tools brush. I'm not really sure the name, it doesn't say. And just the same bronzing powder just to kind of go over my cheeks and blend in that contour a little bit more. Because we don't want anything like crazy. And what I like to do is just kind of take it around the sides of my face to meet up with the bronzer I put on my forehead so that it's not like a line or a gap right there. I like to go all the way down my neck. It's like I came to school and someone was like, you realize you have a foundation line, right? And I was like, what? You can put foundation on your neck? But I was like freaking 13, so it's fine. So really just packing that on, blend it in. If you're really pale like me, you want to blend it into your ears as well. Just kind of like make sure there's no harsh lines. All right. Next, I'm just going to go over it a little bit with this Milani bronzer. This is not necessary. You don't have to put on like the e.l.f., the Rimmel, and this. If I had to choose, I would just use the Rimmel one because, you know, if you're in middle school, you don't really need to contour your face. This is just going to kind of give you like a sheeny glow. Yep, just like that. I'm kind of like acting this one as like a blush, but we're also going to use a blush. This is Milani Luminoso, favorite blush of all time. Alright, I'm going to go back to that blush brush, if I can find it. It's right in front of my face. Just dip my brush very lightly in this because it can come out, like it is so pretty. It's just freaking gorgeous. And Milani's packaging is so cute. And Luminoso is their most popular blush. So I'm lightly tapping my brush into it and just going to kind of pack it on my cheekbones. Kind of meeting where I, you know, set my under eye concealer. I don't want to bring it down too low. I just want a little flush of color. Alright, just making sure everything is all blended out. Okay. So that is the face look so far. I like to apply my lip balm around this point because we're going to be putting on some lipstick in a minute. Alright, so for the eyes, I'm going to be using this color Tattoo. I mentioned it in my favorites. It's in the shade Barely Branded. I'm just going to use my finger and apply that all over the lid. It's a really pretty nice like bronze color. They have one called Bad to the Bronze, which is a lot more bronzy. It's not as soft as this, but for school, I mean, this is gonna work just fine. Alright, so that's gonna be our lid color. Simple as that. You can leave it at that if that's fine by me, if that's what you want to do. But I'm actually gonna go in to this contour color and that we used in the e.l.f. palette, and I'm just gonna take a Makeup Geek brush. These brushes are really inexpensive. I didn't have any drugstore eye brushes because I can't really find, I haven't tried the e.l.f. one, so maybe they're good, but I can't really find anything that works for me there. And we're just gonna blend it in all into our crease area. I have really hooded eyelids, so like I really want to define my crease as much as I can. I just take it from the inner to the outer corner for this look because it's going to look the best. We're not doing like a smoky eye or anything where you focus all the shadow on the outer corner. I actually really like this a lot. I'm loving this look. Okay, so this is the finished eyeshadow look. I think it looks nice, pretty supple. I'm going to go ahead and take the same shade. Yeah. And use this. This is like from Avon. It's just a flat definer brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just line my bottom lash line with it. And then just put a little bit underneath as well. I don't like to take my eyeliner all the way in to my inner tear duct because my eyes are so small, and I feel like that just kind of makes it look smaller. And if you use eyeliner, like actual eyeliner, not an eyeshadow, I recommend setting it with eyeshadow because it's going to make it stay so much longer. It's going to prevent like smearing down your face, because I used to have that problem really, really bad. And I was just kept looking for a good eyeliner, and all that time, all I needed to do was get a flat brush or an angled, you know, like winged eyeliner brush and just set it with eyeshadow, black eyeshadow. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and go in with mascara. I have both of these, both of the L'Oreal telescopic, and then I have telescopic shocking extensions. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one because it's a bit newer. So I'm curious to see if this one is like any different than the other one. And I forgot to curl my lashes, but that's a step if you want to do it. I have the shortest eyelashes in the world. My son, he's only 10 months old, but his eyelashes are freaking gorgeous. He has like the prettiest like clear blue eyes and like such long curly eyelashes, and I'm just so jealous like of a 10-month-old. It's just, and I think that was in Carbon Black. So this is the eye look with the mascara. I really like it. I think it would look beautiful on any eye color. Like, I honestly just think this eye look is gorgeous. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that shade right here because I want a little bit more of a defined crease. Like, I want my shadow to go up a little bit. This side looks good. This side's looking a little rough. Alright. Okay, so you guys can leave it at this if that's all you guys want to do. I think this is a beautiful look. I mean, it makes you look awake. My eye bags aren't too bad. Glowing skin, a little bit of bronze, and then I think the eye look really turned out great, and I only used 2 products, and one of them was a bronzer. So for the lips, I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this Milani. I also mentioned this in my favorites, the Pink Frost, number 9. Oh yeah, I got this today too. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Setting Spray. If you've seen this at the drugstore, it is $16 to $19 for like a giant setting spray bottle. And I guess that's okay. I would never pay that much money unless it was like Urban Decay or like Smashbox or MAC. Like, no way I'm spending that much money on a L'Oreal setting spray. But I found this little tiny mini one, and it was only like $6 at CVS. So you're just going to spritz that all over your face. And what that's going to do is set your makeup, make it last all day so you don't have to keep running to the bathroom and touching up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be putting out videos as much as I can. And I hope you guys have a great day. Like I said, this look is beautiful for middle school and high school. And I know how rough and awful those years can be. They can be the best years of your life or the worst years of your life. In my case, that's what they were. And I hope that at least every day you can get up and feel like you have a cute, simple, easy makeup look to put on. Maybe give yourself a little bit more confidence, but of course you don't need makeup to feel beautiful. But just let your inner beauty shine inside and out. Alright, love you guys.